That's my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hey Zodiacs, this is Braylon. Some of you may know me better as Pisces Priestess. I'm here to sit down and talk to you about Saturn retrograde, you guys. Woo, this is interesting. Everybody's talking about Saturn retrograde right now in the astrology community. So I just had, as a Capricorn rising, I just had to sit down and channel some things about Saturn retrograde. I even got Saturn here with me, guys, on my desk, okay, to talk about this. I'm going to channel some things. Now, Saturn went retrograde on April 17th, just a couple days ago. This was a shift that even the most least aware people of astrology felt this shift. I got people hitting me up. What the hell's going on, Braylon? What's going on? So yeah, guys, Saturn retrograde. We got Chiron and Aries. A lot going on with the cardinal signs right now. So this is about action. Retrogrades are the slowing down of energy. So this might be delayed action. You know, this definitely talks a lot about needing a little bit more time, you guys. Saturn is the Lord of Karma. He is the father of time. So from now until September 6th, there's things that are karmically going on in our universe that we need more time about, okay? Saturn talks about, you know, restrictions and limitations. I got my notes here. Boundaries, discipline, rules, regulations, and responsibility. This is responsibility. So in these videos, you guys, I'm going to be talking about the different areas of responsibility that we need to reflect on. Because this is definitely, I think it's very interesting that Saturn is the Lord of time, right? Saturn rules time. Time is karma. Time and karma are very similar, okay? So Saturn is the father of time. Saturn is a very father figure, all right? So, you know, this is definitely time travel, because anytime we have a retrograde, this is time moving backwards. This is time kind of taking a slower turn of events. So this is definitely a wrinkle in time, because I feel like from now until September 6th, we're gaining the ability to have more time about something. What I'm seeing in my head is us running on a treadmill. And we've been running on this treadmill with Saturn and Capricorn, you know, since December 19th is when Saturn first entered Capricorn. So since then, we've been running on this karmic treadmill. And this is Saturn. I see Saturn, he's like, there's this figure, and he's in a suit, of course, and he's kind of intimidating and bulky. And he's like a drill sergeant or something. And he's been running us to death, running us. And this is the transit where he turns down the speed of the treadmill. We finally get to catch our breath, you know what I'm saying? He's secretly proud of us, but don't get too happy about that, guys, because he's slowing down the treadmill temporarily so that he can increase the fucking speed when it comes to September 6th, okay? So the reason why this slowing down of karma, now keep in mind, Saturn is slowing down, but karma is intensifying. Karma is actually more intense the slower it comes. It's like creeping up, like you're not going to get it now, but you're going to get it soon, you know? So it's just kind of creepy. And, you know, I don't want you guys to think that Karma's just out of the building, because Karma has not left the building. She is taking a temporary backseat, so that our karma from since December to April, so that's 5 months, I believe. We have December, January, February, March, April, so 4 months. For the past 4 months since so literally 4 months, because it's been exactly 4 months as I record this video, because December 19th was when Capricorn had Saturn enter their sign. And let me tell you, Saturn is ruled by Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So he is very comfortable in this grounded Earth 10th house energy. And he's comfortable in Aquarius as well, because these are two signs that talk about the future. These are two signs that talk about social status and community. So this is Saturn, okay? And he is here definitely in this area. So for the past 4 months, we have been doing things, and we might not have even been aware of it. We've been doing things that are karmically involved with our destiny. You know what I'm saying? So this is about reflecting on the past 4 months and getting prepared for the next 5 months. Okay, because this is happening since April 17th to September 6th. So that's from basically Taurus season to Virgo season. So interesting that this is happening in 2 earth signs. This is Capricorn. This is happening it happened in Aries season, to be fair, but we are 1 day away from Taurus. So the majority of Well, this is going to happen in Taurus season, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. But I just think it's interesting that this is happening around the Taurus cusp, which is an earth sign, and then it's going to go back direct in Virgo season. So come Virgo season, you guys, this karma is going to be very grounded. Okay, we're going to be learning. This is all about the reflection. We're going to be reflecting on certain responsibilities right now. This is lessons from the past. I'm calling this the Karma Control Squad. So Saturn has minions. Saturn has people and places and things that work in his favor, that are out here distributing these rules, distributing these regulations. And it's all us. We're bouncing off of each other. Some of us we have karma involved with other people and stuff like that. So this is definitely about reflecting on our responsibilities. This is definitely reflecting on certain limitations that we've learned about since over the past 4 months. Certain discipline. This is a good thing, you guys, because some of us are dealing with limitations that are no longer serving us. Some of us are restricted in areas that Saturn doesn't approve of. Some of us are lacking boundaries that we need to build. Some of us are having way too many boundaries placed on us. So this is about authority, okay? This is about taking authority of our past, you guys. This is about needing more time. This is literally a wrinkle in time, literally time travel. So this is a karmic review of everything that has happened since the past 4 months, since December 19th. And this is an evaluation of growth. How much have we grown? What have we learned about responsibilities? What have we done? What haven't we done? Karma is an energy that comes back around. So what goes around comes around, right? So in this case, what went around is coming back around. This isn't even what's going around anymore. There's nothing going around right now. We're taking a temporary break. So you want to be careful what you do for the next five months, because it's not that you're going to get away with it. You know, karma does come back around. We have these rings with Saturn, right? We have those darker rings there. There's a reason why Saturn has ice rings. This is ice and dust. Saturn's rings are made of ice and dust. So this is old karma. Karma comes with us from past lives and stuff like that. So even, you know, this is old and cold karma. That's why Saturn has dust and ice as their rings, because even the oldest of karma and the coldest of karma is still coming back around, you guys. So it's definitely time to reflect on that. This is going to be a game changer, okay? I'm not going to lie to you guys. Saturn going retrograde is a game changer. So it's going to be interesting to see the different areas of life that this is happening in for all of us. You know, this is definitely something that's going to change. Karma is a very, very, very powerful force. I'm a strong believer in karma. So, you know, don't be afraid, because this is definitely necessary. Karma is what the energy that we put out returning to us. So honestly, I'm so open to karma because I want to get what I deserve. And whether that's a good or bad thing is going to depend on the different individuals that we are. So if you're going to get what you deserve, and if you're confident, if you've worked hard, if you've done what if you've been following your karmic path, if you've put in the work, if you've placed certain boundaries, followed certain rules, if you've been on your A game, then this is going to be an easy transit for you. You're just going to be reaping what you sow. So, you know, I feel like that karma is a very important force in our life, because I don't know about you, but I want people to get what they deserve. What goes around comes around. We all have a karmic path, and Saturn controls that for us. Saturn is that father figure, you know what I mean? And there are certain energies that come along with Saturn as an authority figure. You know, he just wants what's best for us. People give Saturn such a horrible rep because they feel like Saturn is a very sinister planet. But to me, I've always loved Saturn. You know, I have Saturn right on top of my sun in my natal chart, and I'm also a Capricorn rising. So Saturn has always been one of my favorite planets. I'm very much open to constructive criticism and authority. You know, I don't really like being told what to do, but as far as astrology goes, as far as Saturn goes, I know that he's never going to lead me wrong. He's never going to lead me astray. You know what I mean? Saturn wants what's best for us. He wants us to grow and be responsible and do things in a timely fashion and be the best selves that we can be, our responsible selves, you know. There are just certain rules that we have as people. Karma has a lot to do with rules and a lot to do with boundaries and restrictions. So we really want to just remain open during this transit, you guys. Remain open to the things that are coming in and releasing from our life. Because if there's anything that I know about this transit, is that it is karmically orchestrated. You know, Saturn doesn't go retrograde and things like that unless it's supposed to. And it's interesting because this is happening in Capricorn, meaning Saturn is very at home, and it's happening with Pluto and Mars. So this has everything to do, you guys, with karmic action. You know, this has everything to do with a karmic purification because this is happening with Pluto. So this is a karmic transformation. Pluto, Saturn, and Mars all together in Capricorn, definitely working together to purify our actions, to purify our karmic destiny. So I don't know about you, but I'm open to that because sometimes planets just know things better than me. And I am definitely going to trust the universe during this time. Like wherever we wind up between now and September 6th, you guys, just trust in the destiny of things right now. Trust in the karmic divine order of our planets and our universe. Everything happens for a reason, right? So what's coming around is meant to come around. And honestly, I'm going to remain open to everything that comes my way because for all I know, there was something I did in a past life. You know, I trust karma. Karma is a force that I trust. And just remember, guys, karma's only a bitch if you're a bitch to her, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to now start recording and get these other videos uploaded so that we can talk on a more personal level with each zodiac sign about where this is happening for us, okay? So please enjoy your videos, and I will talk to you guys soon. Hey, Virgo. Welcome to your Saturn retrograde videos. So you guys, we have all this karma happening in your 5th house of pleasure. So Virgo, you're one of my easier videos. I'm not going to say it's easier, you know, because I don't want to be misleading here, but this is a pretty cool house to have Saturn going retrograde in. This is your 5th house of pleasure. Okay, this is your 5th house of love and creativity and passion. This 5th house is the 5th house of Leo. So you want to think of Leo energy when you think of where Saturn is in your chart, okay? So, you know, this is a reflection of your responsibility. Now, this is interesting because the 5th house isn't a very serious, responsible house. This is a house of fun. So for you, Virgo, this is going to be kind of interesting to sit down and talk to you so serious about, like, have you been having fun, Virgo? Have you guys been doing pleasurable things for yourself? You know, oh, let me put my phone down here. Sorry, guys. You know, have you guys been passionate? Okay, Saturn is going to be so silly with you guys. Like, Virgo, what have you been doing lately for creativity? Have you been being creative? So for a Virgo, that could be kind of scary because you guys, there are some very, very, very creative and passionate Virgos out there. But for the most part, Virgos, you're more analytical. You know, you guys are more like, I know some really bomb-ass Virgo directors like Stephen King, Tim Burton. So you guys, even that is a very structured, you know, creativity. But nonetheless, I love directors, and I think that's very a very cool way for Virgo. So very like writers. Some of you could even be artists and stuff like that. So this is about the closeted creativity Virgos have. So Saturn is retrograde, definitely having you reflect on the responsibilities that you have taken on since December 19th, 2017. So some of you could have taken on way too much responsibility since then, Virgo, and Saturn is here to really force you guys to do some passionate, creative things, okay? So another thing that I want to mention to you guys is karmic awareness. Now, the 5th house is ruled by the sun. The sun is the largest star in our solar system. So Virgo, you guys are gaining a lot of awareness. Not many people know this. I don't even think you guys know this. But if you guys have been really gaining certain awareness about your karma, like I've heard a lot of Virgos talking about karma lately, and it's because Saturn has gone retrograde. Saturn has been in your 5th house of awareness since December, and he's going to be there until for the next 3 years, honestly, but he's gone retrograde for the next 5 months. So there might be something from your past, Virgo, that you gain karmic awareness over. You guys might be reflecting on your karmic awareness, like, wow, over the next 5 months, you guys might gain awareness of certain things from your past, you know, and what I mean by that is you might all of a sudden realize why it happened. You guys might realize, you know, that this was karmically destined for you. And if there's anything that I know, Virgo, is when you gain awareness of karma, you gain enlightenment towards it. You gain an understanding. And you know how you guys are, Virgo, about understanding stuff? You guys need to logically understand. You guys need not necessarily a logic understanding, but you guys need to understand in your very Virgo grounded way why all things. You need to understand, why do you think you fix things? Why do you think you analyze? It's ultimately to get to the bottom of something, right? You guys are the opposite sign of Pisces, so there's a spiritual depth to Virgo that is hidden from all this earth and all this logic, but you guys are very spiritual analyzers. You guys are angels. So there's an angelic karma here that some of you may gain awareness for. Some of you need a little bit more time. I'm saying that a lot, you guys. Saturn retrograde talks a lot about needing a little bit more time. Some of you could be dealing with certain restrictions. You know, you're like, Pisces priestess, it's not my fault that I'm not having fun or that I'm not being creative. I don't have the time. I work 60 hours a week. I work millions of hours a week. I'm the boss. I do the work for 4, 5, 6 people. You know, I am so heavily responsible for other people. Yes, Virgo, I know. So you guys could be dealing with restrictions and limitations of your pleasure, restrictions of fun. You guys could be dealing with certain boundaries that are in front of you and in your destined awareness of karma. Some of you are dealing with way too much discipline and rules, way too much regulations and responsibility. So Saturn is here. I wish everybody would watch this video, because everybody talks about Saturn being such a strict planet, but it depends on where he is in your chart. Saturn also comes in and removes any false boundaries. Saturn only puts the boundaries on you that he knows will better you, that he knows will help you. You know, boundaries are very important, but sometimes we are placed with certain boundaries that are no longer fitting for our life. So it's time for the fun to come in for you, Virgo. It's almost Taurus season. It's almost summer. It's going to be spring. It's already spring, but the sun is coming out. So this is about you reflecting on the responsibilities, taking authority for the responsibilities that you and only you have, Virgo, so that maybe you can pencil in, maybe you can schedule in some serious time for fun. This is karma in fun, this is a very serious karma in a very fun way for you, Virgo. I really feel like, you know, Saturn in the 5th house is more about placing boundaries within your own self, taking responsibility for your own self so that you have time to do these things that actually cause you light and fun and happiness. Some of you are going to gain the awareness that you've been restricted for way too long. You've been limited for way too long. And it's time for you to do some things for you. It's time to, I don't know what makes you guys happy, but this is bringing up happiness for you. Karmic happiness, karmic pleasure, karmic fun. This is you really just needing more time to evaluate that. This is a karmic review of how much pleasure you experience, Virgo. This is the evaluation of your growth since December. So, you know, Virgo, this does bring up love, okay? Leo, 5th house is ruled by the heart. So this is definitely you, this is taking responsibility for your own heart, Virgo. Reflecting on, you know, your heart space, your heart chakra. This is bringing up broken hearts. Some of you are going to be going through different heart energy around this time. So if you guys meet anybody or leave anybody around this time, basically until September 6th, you know, it's about reflecting on what's happened since December and preparing for what's going to happen till September. So for the last 4 months and over the next 5 months, there's been some things going on with soulmates with you. There's been some things creatively happening. This is karmic creativity. Okay, so this is definitely, there's going to be certain things that come back from your past, Virgo, that caused you pleasure. There's going to be certain love that comes back, soulmates, certain passionate soulmates. You're going to gain awareness of all this, though. The awareness that you had with this soulmate. The awareness that you had with this lover or this passionate awareness. Okay, this is the sun here. So you're going to gain karmic awareness of many things. Some of you have already been doing this, really determining. And when a Virgo becomes aware of something, they analyze it and they understand it. They reflect on it. Okay, you guys are earth signs. So you very are grounded. And so you're going to be grounding this karmic awareness. There's going to be certain things that change in your life over the next 5 months about your karma, because karma changes when you gain awareness of it. Why do you think Saturn is one of the outer planets? Saturn is one of the most outer planets we have. Saturn, I've heard a scientist say that beyond Saturn, we can't see. We can't see scientifically beyond Saturn. So Saturn has a lot to do with time and awareness and stuff like that. So some of you have been restricted. Some of your awarenesses have been restricted. So you want to be careful of anything restricting what you're aware of right now, because it's very important that you gain awareness of these restrictions, of these limitations. because it's that very lack of awareness, Virgo, that has kept you in this karmic cycle of limitation. So if you're a Virgo out there who just doesn't have as much fun as they want, doesn't have creative outlet as much as they want, aren't as passionate, you know, this is about you regaining your passion, Virgo. A lot of your passions from past lives and from the past is going to come back here. This is a retrograde, okay? So this is about going back. So this is soulmates, certain love and pleasure. This might not be love for all of you or soulmates, but it is going to be something loving, something passionate, something, you want to take advantage of Saturn in this very happy, fun, loving, sunshine area of your chart. Because Saturn wants to know what you've learned about pleasure. Saturn wants to know what responsibilities that you're willing to take in soulmate relationships and in your karma. Okay? So Virgo, this is very much about gaining the awareness, becoming aware of your karma. Becoming aware of your karma. That might be what I name your video. And becoming aware of pleasure and what does make you happy, Virgo. That's important. People don't ask you that a lot, right? What makes you happy, Virgo? Well, I'm asking you now. What makes you happy, Virgo? What makes your heart full? You know? So there's going to be a lot to do with that over the next 5 months, you guys. I'm not worried about you guys at all. If I am, the only thing that I might be a little worried about with you guys is that you getting in your own way. Virgo is not used to this awareness. They're not used to this pleasure and love and creativity. So, you know, you want to try and do things. I challenge you guys to pick up a paintbrush, to pick up a pencil or pen and write something creative, or just go out and do whatever it is. But don't go to work. Okay, don't do things that involve work. This needs to be something that involves leisure activity, something that is a hobby for you. Don't do anything for anybody else, Virgo. This is all about you and what makes you happy. This is about your karmic heart, okay? So Virgo, please trust your path right now. Trust your destiny. Trust any soulmates that exit or enter your life over the next 5 months, because there's going to be something that starts for you in Virgo season on September 6th. This Saturn goes back direct in Virgo season. Okay, September 6th, that's a Virgo. That's Virgo, yeah. So this is going to be your season. So from now, and isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? The sun is going to be in Virgo when this all goes back direct. So you are going to gain so much awareness of your karma from now until September, Virgo. This has a lot to do with awareness for you. You've been gaining this awareness since December 2017. So this is only going to get better and better and more clear for you. You guys appreciate clarity, right? So you're going to be gaining karmic clarity right now. Karmic clarity. So Virgo, that's a great channeled message for you. If you guys have any questions, these are a little shorter videos, but if you have any questions, Virgo, you know my inbox is open for you guys. I have a big, huge love and respect for Virgo as my opposite sign. So, you know, leave me comments. If you have any experiences with you gaining karma so far, you never know. You might say something in the comments that someone else reads. It might inspire them, Virgo. If you want to talk to me personally, a little bit more on a personal level, you can find my email or my Instagram or my Facebook. I'm always available. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.